Afternoon, folks. So, quick one. Gonna play some stuff to show you what I mean. We're gonna talk about this whole, can you find a way to automate switching through delays, or any kind of model for that matter. What I mean by that is, put a block on your Helix, start playing, put a looper before it, start playing, get a signal going through it, and then start moving through the delays. You know, jump from your vintage swell up to your whatever. You've got bunches of them in there. You can swing through them for the most part without interrupting sound. Don't think you can do that with amps, but I don't know. Comment below and see what I mean. For me, if you could somehow make that a command, like your turning of the model selection knob, and set that within limits like you do with everything else on the Helix, wouldn't that be cool? For a live thing, you could switch through textures and textures and textures and textures and textures with no breaks. Some would call that snapshots, but then you need 8 snapshots to make those steps. This would be infinite switching back and forth. Would be a cool live thing. You can do it now, but you want the Helix up at arm's reach to do that. So I think that should be remoted. Check out the vid. See what you So all that there fun is brought to you by a Plethora X5 right at the end of the chain. Just one delay engine, but I'm flicking through tone prints. Some of these are mine, some of these are off the web. The great thing is you can get a hold of these things and mod them up and do stuff. So 99% of the work is done for you. And like this one, for example, I just messed around with. And you can very easily, if you use your plethora up on a desk, like you would at home maybe, you can mess with all this stuff. So, you've seen a bit of that yesterday in my vids. I've noticed this today, but I've gone one step above and beyond that because, believe it or not, I'm going to flick this around and you'll see on the big boy, here is the big boy. Now, I'm actually trying to play the guitar, hold the camera, and do all this together. So I think first thing I better do is sit the hell down. Let's have a look at this. Now we just looked at just one little string at a time, yeah, vintage swell. I'm going to swing that over now, just using the little button thingy there. This is nothing new. You know that in the Helix you can also there is fabulous. Is it not? I think we can all agree to that. Sorry, I gotta shut this thing up. So, here we go. So here's the thing. If you're looking at this thing strictly from a point of view of ergonomics, nice big huge pad, loads of DSP, you can stick whatever in you want there and play with it, but you can't reach down there on the floor and mess with it like that. This right here, you can do the same thing. Load up all these prints, you can name these prints, you can hold them on a phone, you can put goobles of information about what it's doing, you can search for them. It's really cool, and you can mess with it. And you can remotely mess with it. So, two totally different structures, but the same result. Noiseless swapping of drives and bits and bobs and whatnot. You can do that here as well. But I don't want to do it here, because I would probably really mess up that thing, and I've worked a long time building that. So I'll do it another time, but that would be the point. You can hold in that button with a nice stomp up on your desk, flick through all that stuff. Check it out, see what you think, because what I would like to see is this. If you've got your Helix down there on the floor, wouldn't it be cool, some MIDI command or some sort of command in a future update where you could select next effect and load through a box like that, swing through all the delays, which you can do without losing sound. Cool or cool or what? I think it's really cool.